Welcome to Michelle's Storytime. I am excited to read from the desk of Zoe Washington. Author is Janae Marks. I previously read chapter 1, and in chapter 1, I will briefly tell you what that chapter was about. Zoe Washington turned 12 years old. She had a nice, exciting birthday party. When she checked her mailbox, she noticed a letter from her dad, who is in prison. So she wondered, should I open it? Should I not open it? So I am going to read chapter 2 to find out what Zoe does with that letter. Does she open it? Does she not? Does she throw it away? And also, does she tell her mom about the letter? In chapter 1, she didn't tell her mom about it. So, let's read chapter 2 to find out all of the questions that we wondered about. Chapter 2. I shut my bedroom door and opened the envelope. The paper inside was a piece of loose leaf, like what Mom would buy to put into my school binders. So it seems like Zoe might read that letter from her dad. The words filling the page were written in the same blue handwriting from the front of the envelope, except the print wasn't as neat. I stood in the middle of my bedroom and read the letter from start to finish. So Zoe read the letter. And then I read it again. Everything was quiet except for my heartbeat echoing in my eardrums. To my little tomato, happy birthday. I can't believe you're 12 years old. Wow. Do I sound like a broken record when I say that you're growing up so fast? Do you even know what a broken record is? Everybody used to listen to CDs when I was growing up, but my dad, your grandpa, kept a record player in the corner of the living room. He always says that music sounds better coming from a record player. He might be right. His favorite singer is Stevie Wonder. Have you ever heard any of his songs? He has a pretty great voice. There's this one song called Isn't She Lovely? You should look it up sometime. Stevie's saying exactly how I feel about you, my baby girl. Well, you're not a baby anymore, but I know you've gotta be pretty lovely at this age. I wish I could give you a hug and see your smiling face on your big day. I'm sorry I can't be there to celebrate with you. I know your mom is doing something special. She was always good at knowing how to celebrate birthdays when we were together. Even if you never reply to these letters, I'll keep writing them. Though I hope you'll write me back one day. In the meantime, I want you to know that I think about you every day. Love, Daddy. All I could do was stand there staring at the paper in my hands. I was like the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz when he needed to be oiled. My arms and legs felt stiff, like they'd weigh 1,000,000 pounds if I tried to move them. Why did Marcus sound so nice? Mom always made it seem like he was a bad person. He didn't seem like he was writing from prison. I wasn't sure how someone in prison would sound exactly, but I guess they wouldn't be so smart. He seemed normal. He liked music like any other dad, like my stepdad, who was into classical and jazz music. I'd heard of Stevie Wonder and I thought I knew a couple of his songs. I'd look up, "Isn't She Lovely?" later. I read the letter again. Why had he called me little potato, little tomato? It was kind of weird. I like tomatoes, especially the little ones, but I didn't want to be called one. What did Marcus mean when he wrote these letters? This was the first one I'd ever gotten from him. It didn't make any sense. Oh boy. Do you think that she received some other letters that she was not allowed to see or read? None of this did. I stared at my striped rug as 1,000,000 thoughts swirled around my head like cake batter in a mixer. Should I write him back? What would happen if I do? I had no idea Marcus thought about me. But what if he was pretending to be nice to me because he wanted something from me? What though? Maybe I should throw the letter away. Should she throw the letter away? There was a knock on my bedroom door, which made me jump 2 feet and almost drop the letter. I clutched the loose leaf paper in my now sweating hands. "Hey, Zoe." It was Mom. I tensed up. 1 second. I stuffed the letter back into the envelope and tucked it underneath my purple comforter. I remembered I was still wearing my jacket, so I took it off and threw it over the back of my desk chair. Then I cracked my bedroom door open. "Trevor's here," Mom said. "Trevor? What's he doing here?" As if she could hear my thoughts, Mom said, "He wants to give you his birthday present since he wasn't at your party." There was a reason for that. He wasn't invited. "Can you tell him I'm busy?" I whispered. Mom's glare made it clear she was not about to do that. "Please. It's my birthday and he's not my friend anymore. Not after he made our friendship out to be a total joke." Mom's expression softened a little. "When are you going to tell me what happened?" I shook my head. No way was I telling her anything. She probably forced me to forgive Trevor, and that was not going to happen. "You know, as a brand new 12-year-old, Mom said, you're old enough to understand how rude it'll be if you don't come out and thank him for the gift in person." She forced my door open wider. Come on. All I wanted to do was read Marcus's letter again and figure out what it all meant and what I should do next. But first, I had to deal with my ex-best friend. That was the end of chapter 2. From the desk of Zoe Washington. Author is Janae Marks. And of course, if you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And make sure to come back and listen to chapter 3 to find out if Zoe comes out of her room and talks to her friend who she says is her ex-best friend. And we also need to find out why he is her ex-best friend. Thank you for listening. And I know I will see you next time because you want to know what happens in chapter 3. See you next time.